guys. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Really concentrated in a couple areas, especially over the last 2 days. Just not only is this a very explosive offense, it's also an offense that plays with extreme tempo at times that we're getting ready to face, and really haven't faced that in a while. So we've worked that a bunch over the last 2 days, as well as today, which I think is going to be just a critical part of the game. You know, you got the two best offenses in our conference coming together, and two of the higher ranked third down efficiency offenses that getting off the field is going to be imperative, especially for our defense. Playing a tempo team that can run a lot of plays, it's going to be imperative to get off the field. Injury-wise, there's really nothing new from yesterday. Stephen Carr got more work today, which was good. It's looking very promising for the game in some type of capacity. He's been out, multiple games, so I don't see him getting a ton of plays, but I think it looked like he's leaning towards being available for Saturday, which is good news. With that, I'll take any questions that you have. Just not feeling good. Hopefully we'll get him back here in a day or so.
With Iosefa, what about him makes him best suited to slide over to Predator?
Jordan right now really on those edge players, because of the zone read possibilities, really trying to get great athletes in change of direction. And it can go either way as far as having Chin on one side, Jordan on the other, as well as two other good athletes, in Connor Murphy, as well as Wale Bitiku. So we needed another edge player with Porter being out, and hopefully we'll be able to hold up there off the edge with those guys.
Tyler Vaughns is a guy that isn't huge weight-wise. Why is he being able to be so good after the catch and after contact?
I think he's one of those kids who reminds me a little bit of Marquise with his transition. He's able to change directions so fluidly, whether it's his route running or yards after catch, which you saw the other night. He kind of glides. He doesn't have any issues in COD and change of direction. I think that helps him a great deal, both in route running and yards after catch.
How exactly do you prepare for the up-tempo?
We start, as you saw early in this practice, we go against each other. We call them fastball, where we're running plays as fast as humanly possible to try to create that tempo, as well as our service periods. We'll try to be able to increase tempos. I think Arizona does an exceptional job, especially after explosive plays, trying to get to that tempo really fast. It's been a trademark of Coach Rodriguez for a long time, so you got to be prepared as soon as you hit that big play. There's no time to catch your breath because the next play's coming.
How has Randall Grimes' Coltate impression?
Say it one more time.
How has Randall Grimes' Coltate impression been this week?
He's been good. I tell you, the other one is Dominic Davis. To have a kid back there that runs 10.4, 10.5, with that type of speed. Both kids have done a nice job of showing the athleticism of the position as well as the speed. So Randall was a wideout / quarterback in high school, ran a lot of zone reads. Double D learned it this week, but it's given us a great look with a lot of the runs and tremendous speed.
We've seen a lot more of Achille Ross over the last month. What have you seen from him in the nickel slot?
YK's done a nice job. He's one play away. If something happened with a JNA, or we have to move a JNA out to corner for whatever reason, and that's a great security blanket to have. Credit YK for his preparation each and every week. I'm so happy for him last week to go in there and make a significant play in the ball game. But he's put a lot of work into it, and he knows he's literally one snap away. Whether we get an injury to JNA, maybe an injury at corner where JNA has to move out, he's got to be ready.
So you're from Houston and you live here now. What have you been rooting for?
I've been a Dodgers. You root for where you live, and I'm glad to see that both teams are in. It's been an unbelievable World Series. It's hard to game plan when you look over every once in a while to see what the score is, but it's been a great World Series. But go Dodgers.
Saw you had the team playing dodgeball on Monday. What was the thought process behind having a little fun?
You're sitting there, and it's week 10, and it's in a row without a bye, and our primary goal on Monday is the ability to, one, get through the tape, the previous tape, show the positives, show the things that we need to correct, and then and then we come out and get a lather and get some of the kinks out. And it was just a good way to get rid of a little bit of the monotony as you go into week 10. And kids had a blast with it, and it was fun.
In terms of a running attack, how do you compare Arizona to Notre Dame?
Very similar as far as you having to defend 2 runners in 11 personnel, 1 the quarterback and 2 the tailback. You know, Khalil is doing a phenomenal job of really the zone read concept, making the correct reads, not being selfish and keeping the ball all the time, but he's truly making the correct reads and the correct decisions within the system, and it's really been effective. And I said the other day, you know, really what's changed with him and his effectiveness and his progress is his deep ball accuracy. I mean, you try to load that box up, and he's hitting a bunch of receivers down the field, and to be able to cover both aspects is hard. You know, we've got to do a great job of holding up outside and try to defend the box.
Oh, one more. Obviously, when you play a team like Arizona and they have the name your quarterback, that demands attention from your defensive preparation throughout the week. But how does that team affect the way you game plan offensively?
Say it one more time.
How does the way a team like Arizona can score affect your game plan offensively?
Yeah, you know, you always got to think to yourself. One, just like Arizona State last week, who had put a bunch of points on the board, is one, hopefully you start fast offensively. This is an offense in Arizona that is a great ball control offense, over 300 yards rushing a game. Hopefully you can start fast to make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. You know, hopefully having them to get out of that ball control mode. The second thing I think that you got to think about is those situations when you get in the red zone. You know, especially if it's going back and forth and it becomes one of those upper level ball games. Field goals might not be good enough, so you may have to go for those 4th and 2s, 4th and 4s, 4th and 6s, depending on how the game's flowing. All righty, guys. Thank you so much.